Nothing that happens in your life is random. Even the moments that seem confusing or inconvenient carry a quiet message meant just for you. Every experience, every encounter, every twist in your story is gently pointing you towards something deeper. It may be showing you where there is space for more freedom in your life, where love can grow a little wider, where joy and connection are waiting to be noticed. When we look beyond the surface of events and symbols, we begin to see that life is constantly guiding us back to what truly matters in our hearts. The things we experience are not simply happening to us, in a subtle way, they are happening for us. They invite us to discover more of who we are even when the situation feels uncomfortable or unclear. Sometimes the moments that make the least sense are the very ones that hold the greatest invitation to grow. Each of us moves through life inside a unique lens of perception. I'd love to hear your perspective. What has your experience taught you about seeing life through your own lens? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want more reflections like this, don't forget to subscribe for gentle reminders and guidance along the way. Although we share the same world, the reality we experience is deeply personal. Two people can witness the same situation and feel something completely different. We notice different details, we give our own meanings to events, and we respond according to our own inner landscapes. Because of this, the reality we experience is not just something we observe, it is something we actively shape. The way we interpret moments, the attention we give to certain feelings, and the meaning we attach to our experiences all quietly participate in creating the world we live in. And when we begin to see this, something important opens up. We start realizing that if our perception shapes our experience, then there is also a doorway to change how we meet life itself. When we begin to see this, another layer of understanding slowly unfolds. Your personal journey is not separate from the larger movement happening in the world. In many ways it is a reflection of it. Just as individuals are waking up to deeper awareness of who they truly are, humanity as a whole is moving through a similar process of remembering. Your experience is like a small but meaningful piece of a much larger pattern. The way you see life, the way you interpret events, and the way you respond with your heart and mind all contribute something unique to the collective story. Through your perspective, through your emotions, your thoughts, your spiritual insight, and even through your physical experiences, you add a new angle from which life can understand itself. When you look at it this way, humanity becomes like a living mosaic. Each person is a piece with their own colors, shapes, and textures. Together we are moving through a period of transformation, a rising wave of awareness that many people describe as an awakening. And although this movement is shared, no one experiences it in exactly the same way. The way each of us moves through this shift is deeply influenced by the patterns we have carried throughout life. Our upbringing, our conditioning, our belief systems, our attachments, and our assumptions about what reality is all shape the lens through which we see the world, even the judgments we hold. What we reject, what we defend, and what we choose to embrace all become part of this inner landscape. And somewhere within that landscape there is always a space that feels uncertain, a place that is not completely light and not completely dark, a gray area that we often avoid or misunderstand. Yet it is exactly this space that life gently brings into awareness for us, because within that gray area lie the parts of ourselves that are still waiting to be seen. Often those unseen spaces within us are like shadows, they stay beneath the surface, quiet and hidden, shaping our lives without us even realizing it. These parts are not there to punish us or hold us back forever, they simply reflect the areas where we have not yet brought awareness and compassion. When something remains in the dark, it naturally limits how freely we can express who we truly are. That is why life keeps gently inviting these hidden pieces into the light. When we look at the world around us, we can see this process unfolding everywhere. Truth has a way of revealing itself sooner or later. As it is often said, the truth sets us free, but truth is much larger than any single perspective. Each of us knows what feels true in our own heart, we all experience our personal truth through our thoughts, feelings, and life stories. Yet every individual truth is only one small piece of a much greater picture. Together they form an endless mosaic of understanding. As humanity slowly learns to see the whole picture more clearly, something powerful begins to happen. We begin to free ourselves, not only as individuals but also as a collective. Of course, this process does not always feel calm or comfortable. At times it can seem chaotic, intense, even shocking. It may challenge beliefs we once felt certain about and bring experiences we would never consciously choose. Yet even in those moments there is a deeper movement at work. Life is still guiding us, still unfolding according to a meaningful process. When we remember that nothing happens without purpose, our relationship with experience begins to change. Events themselves are only part of the story. What truly shapes our reality is the meaning we give to those events and the way we choose to meet them in our minds and hearts. In that deeper sense, life is not divided into simple categories of right and wrong. Those labels often come from the limited perspectives we carry. What we are really learning is how to see beyond those limits, how to release the interpretations that keep us small, and how to allow a wider understanding of ourselves and the world to emerge. And with every step in that direction, a little more freedom becomes possible. Sometimes we don't even realize that the limits we feel are the ones we have quietly created ourselves. We take the vastness of reality and place it into small mental boxes shaped by our beliefs, our definitions, and our past experiences. Then, often without noticing, we begin defending those boxes. Out of a desire to feel safe or certain, we try to convince others that our perspective is the right one. We teach it, we protect it, we hold on to it as if our stability depends on it. Yet true growth and true freedom do not come from forcing our view of reality onto others. Liberation begins somewhere much quieter and much more personal. It begins within. It starts with the willingness to look honestly at our own inner world, to explore our direct experience of life with curiosity instead of judgment. Real transformation is an inner journey. It is the process of understanding our patterns, noticing our tendencies, and asking ourselves why we believe the things we believe. It is learning to hold our personal perspective while also recognizing that it exists within a much larger truth. As our awareness expands, our understanding of reality begins to grow with it. This is where genuine freedom lies. There is no freedom greater than seeing reality clearly while also recognizing the deeper truth of who you are. When your personal experiences begin to align with that greater understanding, life starts to feel more meaningful, more connected, and more purposeful. Many people describe this greater perspective in different ways. Some call it the divine plan, some call it the universe, some call it source or simply the unfolding of life itself. However we name it, there is a quiet movement guiding humanity towards something profoundly beautiful, a vision of what it could truly mean to be human, a world where harmony, unity, love, and joy are not rare moments but natural ways of being. But unconditional kindness toward the world begins with the relationship we build with ourselves. We can offer genuine compassion, patience, and support to others only when we have taken the time to understand our own wounds, our own fears, and the beliefs that once limited us. The work always begins inside. For a moment, forget about trying to change everyone else, forget about fixing the world all at once. This life, this experience, this perspective you carry is yours. Your awareness, your healing, and your honesty with yourself are the most meaningful contributions you can make. In the end, taking responsibility for your own inner world is not a burden. It is a privilege, it is an invitation to grow, to understand, and to become more fully yourself. And in doing so, you quietly bring more clarity, more peace, and more love into the world around you. If you want to take your journey a step further, I invite you to download a free self-inquiry workbook. It's designed to help you explore your beliefs, patterns, and inner truth, and guide you toward deeper clarity and freedom. The link is in the description below, and it's yours to use anytime you're ready.